The latest Volkswagen Touareg surprised everyone when it won our previous large luxury SUV comparison against Germany's finest, including BMW and Mercedes. But there's a new brand in town, Genesis, and its first ever SUV strikes at the heart of Europe's established players. But is this new Korean contender good enough to knock the Volksy off its perch? Let's find out. We were impressed last year when the third generation Touareg beat the top-selling BMW X5 and Mercedes GLE at their own game, thanks to its unrivaled blend of luxury, tech and value for money. Priced from just over $81,000, it's a relative bargain in this segment, although this model gets an $8,000 upgrade pack that adds more than a few niceties. For those that haven't heard of the luxury Genesis brand, it is to Hyundai what Lexus is to Toyota. But make no mistake, this is not just a dressed up Hyundai. This large premium SUV is completely new from the ground up, comes packed to the hilt with cool technology and a bullocking new inline 6-cylinder diesel engine, and is priced at just over $100,000. But our test vehicle adds a luxury pack and a matte paint job, which adds another $12,000 to the price. The Genesis does cost a fair bit more than the Volkswagen, but you get a lot for your money. Take the design for example. It looks like a concept car from any angle. Its massive grille juxtaposed with super slim headlights are intense. In comparison, the Volkswagen looks conservative, but I still like what the Germans have done with the angular design and appealing details. That design ethos carries on into the cabin, and while the VW may not be a luxury brand per se, I dare anyone to sit in this car and not be impressed by the attention to detail and the quality, fit and finish of materials. The seats are trimmed in sumptuous leather and the chairs are fully electric, super comfortable, very supportive and perfect for spending all day behind the wheel in. There's also a seat heater function and the massive leather steering wheel feels great, while the illuminated controls are well laid out and easy to use. The massive 15-inch central touchscreen has sharp, high-res visuals, gesture control and an easy-to-use menu system. Better yet, it's also got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. However, there are no dedicated buttons for climate controls, so you have to use the touchscreen, which is not as convenient when you're on the move. That said, the digital instruments are very swish, and the head-up display is a nice touch too. Incidental storage is pretty good. You've got these large cup holders here, really big door pockets for bottles and things like that, plus this closable storage area with your wireless phone charger, USB-C port, and there's another USB-A port in here, in the large central bin. The Genesis has a very different aesthetic. Just like the exterior, it looks and feels like a concept car. The way the dashboard is laid out, the funky steering wheel, super slim touchscreen and lavish materials make it feel a cut above the VW. Seat comfort is better than the VW, with 18-way power adjustability and even a massage function for the driver. The quilted leather upholstery is more supple and the cushioning is a little softer too, and the seats even get a cooling function as well as heating. I absolutely love this radical steering wheel. The design is so different to anything else available in Australia. However, I will say these buttons, while minimalistic, are a little bit small, and if you've got giant hands, it might be a little tricky to get what you want to get done. At 14.5 inches, the central touchscreen isn't quite as big as the VW's optional unit. It's more of a reach to use it, but there's a rotary dial that works well, and the menu system is super simple and well laid out. And I reckon the visuals are just as crisp and clear as in the VW. Oh, and it also comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Unlike the VW, there are a handful of physical climate control buttons. Some are operated via this touchscreen, but it's a dedicated setup and they won't disappear when changing menus, like in the VW. The Genesis also gets a digital dashboard and head-up display, but they're not quite as customizable as the VWs. Incidental storage is okay. The two cup holders are a little bit smaller than in the VW, but you do have the wireless phone charging and two USB ports, but no USB-C. Also, the door pocket is a bit smaller. You're not going to get a big bottle in there, but central bin, a little bit deeper, a little bit bigger. But there is this handy space under the main control panel for little odds and sods. It's big and roomy in the back of the VW with plenty of headroom, lots of leg room, and overall comfort levels are pretty good. It features an armrest with cup holders, twin USB-C ports, dual air vents and sun blinds to add a little privacy. Whoa, okay, this is next level. The Genesis is far more fancy than the Volkswagen. I mean, check out the concealed vanity mirror with LED light, or how about electric sun blinds? Very cool. It's on par with the Volkswagen in terms of rear seat space and matches every feature, including the fold-down armrest, cup holders, twin USB ports and air vents. But it doesn't stop there, with unique temperature controls complete with heated and cooled seats that feature adjustment for good measure. There's extra coat hooks, and the left side passenger can increase legroom with front seat override controls. They both have powered tailgates, wide boot openings and loads of boot space. However, the Genesis gets 7 seats, the Volkswagen only 5. Only the Volkswagen comes with a space saver spare wheel. The Genesis gets no spare tyre, just this tyre repair kit. But both have the usual amenities like shopping bag hooks and tie-down points. As far as interiors go, the Genesis has scored an upset win, but which one drives better? Righto, before we get behind the wheel, let's check out the engines. Both feature 3-litre 6-cylinder turbocharged power plants, the VW fitted with the V6 and the Genesis getting a more powerful, brand new inline-6. Both big oilers deliver loads of mid-range torque, but Genesis claims the GV80 can accelerate from 0 to 100 in 6.8 seconds, making it quicker than the VW. But in this segment, refinement and comfort are far more important. And this is where the Volkswagen excels. It's got a lovely blend of road holding and ride quality, and this ensures it has a very stable, smooth and comfortable drive experience. It's properly luxury car quiet too, and the engine and 8-speed automatic gearbox are seamless in their operation. There's no abruptness here. The steering is light and direct, and throttle response is very impressive for such a large, heavy SUV. The first thing you notice when driving the Genesis is that it is even quieter than the Volkswagen, and part of that is due to its noise-cancelling tech. It kind of works like noise-cancelling headphones. Ride comfort is very good, but it feels bigger, heavier and more ponderous than the VW at lower speeds, which is no surprise given it is actually bigger and heavier. But flip the switch to sport mode and it begins to feel more engaging. And it's here that the locally tuned suspension starts to make sense. It's definitely got more muscle and feels quicker to accelerate. And you know what? It actually sounds better too. It's got a real sports car hint to it when the revs rise. Like the VW, it has an 8-speed gearbox and it's just as smooth and refined in operation. And while the Korean car uses more fuel, our testing showed it to be closer to the VW than the manufacturer's claims. Although these all-wheel drive cars will likely never venture beyond a gravel road, both have decent off-road capabilities and several drive modes that deliver impressive grip on slippery surfaces. The Korean SUV is a suitably luxurious drive with a cracking engine, but the VW feels more balanced and composed. When it comes to parking these big SUVs, it's pretty easy thanks to all the cameras and sensors. But the Genesis has a tighter turning circle and a 360-degree camera. The VW does not. Both are equipped with perimeter sensors, which is handy, and both feature autonomous parking systems too. But the Genesis features this super simple tight spot parking function on the key fob, which is also a very cool party trick. The GV80 has a more luxurious interior, a better engine, cushier ride quality and a quieter cabin. But it's simply not $25,000 better than the Volkswagen. Genesis has done a cracking job with the GV80, but for a fledgling brand that must attract new buyers, it needs to be closer in price to the Touareg than its German rivals. And that's why the Volkswagen wins this battle, and why it's still the best value for money large luxury SUV we've driven. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed that. You can check out more videos here and here, or on the Car Sales YouTube channel. And if you want all the news up to date when we're publishing new stuff, don't forget to subscribe. That's a good one. Oh, that's my favorite, yeah.